Well,
You're kind of ruining it. I think you're kind of ruining it.
Did you guys hear about this Lil Wayne stuff?
Oh my
Crazy,
God,
right?
Lil Wayne?
See,
Little
now
Wayne.
they know this was
Am I
staged.
right?
Now they know this is a staged open. The whole thing.
Little Wayne?
No,
Weezy, am I
Weezy. Y'all, so this is a matter of respect and acknowledging the hip-hop greats that came before us. For Lil Wayne, Weezy F Baby, Dwayne Carter. What did I say?
Did you say Wayne Carter or Dwayne Carter?
I said Dwayne Carter.
Dwayne Carter.
For him to, I want to start all over because I think that's Lil Wayne's name the wrong way.
No, that's Dwayne. It's Dwayne Carter.
No, sorry. No, I don't know anymore. You made me nervous.
It's Dwayne Carter. It's Dwayne Carter. I'm telling you. He did an interview with Katie Couric, and he was like, "My name's Dwayne Carter." He was like, "Well, you dropped the D." He said, "My dad's name is Dwayne, so I dropped the D."
I feel either or is right if I said Dwayne or Dwayne.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point. See.
Now the whole story is like he didn't get invited to the Grammys. That's the news, and he's upset about it. He had a tweet, and I didn't read it, but he basically paraphrased saying like, "What do I have to do to get invited to the Grammys? What does it say when someone like me isn't even in the Grammys?" And I guess you can add that to the number of L's the Recording Academy has sort of taken this year publicly. It feels like every week is something.
There's always some Grammy news every week, and it never makes them look good.
Hey, here's a tweet. He said, "As an artist, when I see the Grammys coming up and I'm not involved nor invited, I wonder, is it me, my music, or just another technicality? I look around with respect and wonder competitively, am I not worthy? Then I look around and see 5 Grammys looking back at me and I go to the studio." That's kind of a flex.
It's interesting because like we always say like, why do we care about the Grammys? You know, artists like, I don't care. And then every year artists come out and they're like, "Oh man, I'm mad I got stuck about the Grammys." It's like, do you want to be there or not? Yeah, it is interesting though. Lil Wayne is like a legend basically. So
It's just a respect thing, and then like, they don't get the respect. They feel the need to comment on it.
Even though this year I can imagine maybe there was a more streamlined approach to planning the Grammys because of, Corona, but I kind of don't think that was.
I think Lil Wayne can get
here.
I think he can get an invite if he wants to though. I think he can like.
Well, wait, clearly he wants to, and he's saying they haven't given me an invite.
If he just shows up, are they gonna tell him no?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Lil Wayne, sorry, you can't."
Lil Wayne, like.
I mean, yeah. I feel like they're running a tight ship. You think if Lil Wayne wasn't invited and he showed up to the Grammys, they'd be like, "Okay, we got you a seat." Well, okay, maybe they wouldn't be a good one.
Yeah, I don't
Lil
think.
Wayne.
I think they figure out something to get him in, but I don't think he'd have like a front row seat. Like he wouldn't be because they already have that all figured out.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then: if you were planning the Grammys with what Lil Wayne has done this year, he did release a couple projects. What level of involvement would Lil Wayne have at your Grammys?
I mean, he'd just be there.
He'd be there.
Oh, not a performer?
No.
Not a presenter?
He could be a presenter.
Yeah, if he wants.
So you're saying are y'all just saying he's just a camera shot, an audience shot throughout the night like there's nothing else?
I mean, yeah, he didn't do anything that necessarily. I know he released that No Ceilings. He released, did he put it on streaming services? It was something like that. I mean, I don't know.
And then
would you want to see Lil Wayne perform at the Grammys
in 2020 right now?
I think
if he was there last year, it was perfect because he released the Carter 5. Like
I was just about to Google that. Was that last year or this year? That was last year, right?
That was last year.
That song with Kendrick Lamar is so good.
Yeah. Well, that was last year, I think. And he released the deluxe this year. But I mean, like, yeah, if he was there last year and he performed, it would have made sense.
And then remember he did. Oh, so he released the Carter 5 2018, and then he released Funeral. That was the album he released this year, his third studio album. So he had a little baby song on there. They could have gotten something going on that stage.
Nah, not a performance though. Not in my opinion. But be there for sure.
Well, this intro officially feels too long. So welcome to another episode of the 97 Demo Podcast, where we give you the latest in music and news and a whole bunch along the way. I am one of your 3 hosts, Nnamdi at Twitter at Nnamdi, now on Clubhouse at Nnamdi. Does that mean anything? But
oh wow, you flexed.
I'm there.
Hey guys, it's Noah McGee at Noah A McGee _, not on Clubhouse. So
yet
I will. Invite.
And this is Avery Dwell at Avery Dwell on Twitter. Also not on Clubhouse. Have not caught that invite from Nnamdi yet. Interesting.
Invite question mark?
Look, I don't even got no invite on Clubhouse, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong.
Y'all hear about the Lion King thing?
I was in that room for like 5 minutes, then I left my app and I couldn't get back in. And I tried to go back in because
they capped it, I think.
Interesting.
They did a whole Lion King performance, basically, of the musical on Clubhouse.
Oh,
very interesting. It was cool though. No, it was. You're making that. It was cooler than it may sound.
I still don't get. No. I'm not saying it's bad. Like, cause never mind. I don't know. I'm just not Clubhouse. I don't know.
For more,
he's very toxic.
Toxic.
That's what it seems like. I mean, people have like it's just been.
Clubhouse ain't even been in the game for 6 months, and you calling them toxic.
Yeah,
no,
but
it's annoying when I see tweets of people talking about Clubhouse, but like with no context. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And then I quickly I'm like, oh, they're talking about Clubhouse.
Exactly. Not toxic might have been the wrong word, but like every time I hear.
What does it say about your social media platform if people are going to another social media platform to talk about it?
Ooh, that's
while
true.
It's happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fair critique.
I'm content with Twitter. Post this. I'm content with Twitter.
Yeah, same.
We're gonna.
I don't need to hear people talking.
Yeah. Okay. Headlines.
This is very cool and fitting. I didn't even say what our main topic is today. Of course, we're continuing our best of 2020 series this year with rap. So expect a super long episode. I'm gonna let you know now that's coming. But this was fitting. Big Sean is now the Detroit Pistons' new creative director of innovation. Apparently, it just means he'll be involved in everything from like their community interaction to the fan experience to I guess the arena setup, what they wear, just I guess cultural innovation, whatever that means. It sounds like more so a consultant role since he's from Detroit and kind of reps Detroit really hard. And yeah, this is an article that was sort of just an interview about why it was a big deal for him. And it also pointed out how this is like not as I think rare as it once was, like the whole rap NBA collaboration thing. They talked about how Drake did things with the Raptors. Who's another one? Jay-Z and the Nets.
Jay-Z and the Nets. Drake in Toronto. Yeah.
Dipset.
Yes.
What?
I said Drake in Toronto. Oh, I was like, you read that.
No, it says Dipset.
Oh.
What?
This like Dipset recently did with Nike and the Nick and
that's
Nike
awesome.
And Nick.
It's the coolest thing the Knicks have done in like 20 years.
Yeah. But yeah, this is cool. It's kind of like I saw they had like practice jerseys on with like his like Don Life logo. The Pistons practice jersey.
That's kind of cool. It's a flex.
Yeah, I hope they're gonna do like a Big Sean jersey type thing like they did with Drake, like the OVO thing, like an OVO court. Like remember they did that? It's not gonna look as clean as the OVO
cool.
court. So.
Does it hold the same weight though?
No, because the Pistons are like the most irrelevant franchise in the league right now.
I'm surprised like Travis Scott hasn't tried to do anything with the Rockets.
Yeah, that's
right. Yeah, I hope to see more of these though, because I'm cool with it. Why haven't the Hawks taken advantage of all the Atlanta people and done something? Like,
I mean, Killer Mike made a barbershop at the Hawks.
I've been to that barbershop before.
You did a barbershop you went there. Yeah, exactly. So that's something, right?
Maybe we'll see more.
But yeah, it's cool.
Another good news, Aaliyah, in our quest to finally get her music on streaming platforms, her estate says that they have taken control of the official YouTube page. It says more is coming in 2021. This is cool because, you know, hopefully we'll get to stream official Aaliyah stuff. But also, I'm like, does YouTube have to be the go-to platform for this? You can do like a Spotify or Apple Music because, well, I guess it's good for YouTube because they have that YouTube Red thing. So if they have, you know, exclusively all of Aaliyah's streaming stuff, that could be cool. But I also don't know if this is even saying that or if this is just saying, hey, we now own the Aaliyah name on YouTube.
Yeah, this is interesting because like I feel like it's been a fight for Aaliyah's her estate has been fighting for like rights of her music and stuff like that for like ever since she's died, like almost 2 decades ago now, right? It's been about 2 decades ago, like 2001, right? So it's been really interesting, and it's kind of interesting like they had to fight for her have a YouTube channel. Like it kind of shows like even though you know you feel like as your family and stuff like that, you feel like everything will come to you, but like it seems like she was like knee deep in contracts, which is why it's taking forever for her family to like.
Is that what it is? Because now I'm like, I've always been confused as to why it's taken so long for any of Aaliyah's music to be on streaming platforms. It seems even if it's from a business or a monetary standpoint, waiting I don't think does you favors. Because now you have a generation of listeners who have come up that probably aren't as familiar with Aaliyah. You know, I'm not sure if I asked my 15-year-old sister, do you know who Aaliyah is? She'll say yes.
Yeah.
It just seems really late in the game, especially considering this isn't even saying we're going to put everything on YouTube. It's just saying, we have a channel now.
Yeah, I agree. What they have there's no benefit. Like, won't you benefit more from putting everything out there at least? whether her family's getting money or not, like at least have it out there. I'm confused.
Yeah, for the fans. Come on, do something.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna have to market the music really well once they actually do like start putting stuff out there. Because like you said, like it's a whole generation basically skipped who probably does not know who Aaliyah is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Speaking of late great music artists, see how I did that segue? Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch. Is that dark? But his Neverland Ranch
is dark.
So I just said late great. They both are. But his Neverland Ranch sold for $20 million. They sold the ranch for $22 million to a billionaire, Ron Burkle. It was once worth, or the asking price for it was $100 million. Now I don't know if you guys remember this from all those Michael Jackson like documentaries and stuff, or like his videos or whatever. But wasn't Neverland like an amusement park practically? Like it was a colossal property. But yeah, $22 million, $80 million lower than the asking price.
Yeah, why did this billionaire get like 80% off this mansion?
Like I'm wondering how they've not been able to.
I guess they were just trying to sell it at this point.
Yeah.
I guess it was just trying to get sold at this point. I guess they were like,
we might as well just sell for a billionaire though.
That seems what it is, and they have a line in here where they say it was been on and off the market, but was first listed for $100 million in 2015, and then was listed again last year for $31 million. So it looks like they probably realized that
got a deal.
that the demand wasn't there like they thought it would be.
This garden looks like the front of Disneyland. Kind of like walking to Disneyland, you see like a big floral thing like this.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this. After Jackson's death, the property was rebranded as Sycamore Valley Ranch. The amusement rides have since been removed. Now it's just a home. Well, that's why it's not worth $100 million anymore. It's just
that makes sense.
Another
you guys
mansion.
think he's actually gonna live there? Ron Burkle.
It's just one of the many homes.
I kind of think I'd be. Yeah, I mean, if you're a billionaire, I'm sure this isn't his main home.
Yeah. What does he do? What does Ron Burkle do?
He apparently served as advisor to Michael Jackson's business matters in the mid 2000s.
Oh.
Also, this might be like more than just like a property for him. Maybe this is like a more personal, I guess.
Maybe.
See, and this says he's a well-known architecture lover. You know, he's owned several significant homes. So this really could just be one of many. You know, one to add to a list.
Interesting.
Let's fly through new releases because I already know this is gonna be a long episode. Trying to keep us going. Not that many huge things. Playboy Carti did put out a whole lot of red. Noah, as our head rap correspondent, what was your reaction? Go. Red bandana. Everything looks great.
Just go. The first listen of Whole Lot of Red. What were your thoughts?
I didn't listen.
God, we're a music podcast.
Yeah, we are a music podcast. But
Noah, can we talk to you outside for a second?
Oh no, we are a music podcast, but Playboy Carti is just not for. Is that okay to say? I want to say he's.
Hey, own your music taste. You don't have
not
to be
for me.
scared.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna say he's. He's not. He's not. No, he's not for me. Because there's Playboy Carti stuff I like. There's songs. So like 3 songs.
I like his features.
Yeah, he's good on features. Some features. There's 3 songs.
Did we not like his last feature? He had a feature where we weren't fans.
Oh, Drake.
The Drake one.
Drake.
The Earthquake feature was good.
Earthquake was
okay.
Yeah.
And then the one on the Solange album.
He was on the Solange album. He was on the ASAP Mob album. He was good on there. Like ASAP.
So but as far as his actual feature release, nothing really captivated you to take that jump. I mean, same here. I was trying to just sort of cross my fingers and hoping one of y'all listen to a song. But
I've heard songs. I've heard songs.
Yeah, so give me what you got. We've listened to some of the singles that he's released prior to. So I mean, maybe we'll.
I just kind of don't get the appeal because like people are like, maybe I don't get the appeal exactly. It's the production. Like the production isn't necessarily that interesting.
Yeah.
Is it his?
I listen.
His voice, you don't know what he's saying. Like
no idea what he's saying.
He had a song with Kid Cudi that I listened to.
Kid Cudi, like
I thought was cool, but the actual project I didn't really make it. But I know this specific album has a Kanye West feature. Listen to that. Very mad to me. I didn't mean to say it like that, but it was mad. Anyway, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. But I know some other. I think he's gonna debut at #1 next week for what it's worth. So there you go. Yeah, I think he will. He has a fan base. He has a pretty big fan
obviously,
base.
People love this guy.
And I can't think of anything else that is coming.
And you know what's
after
interesting
it, so.
too? I'm sorry, but like somebody wrote something like a opinion piece about why we need Playboy Carti in music, and I was like, oh,
I saw that.
I was like,
we do.
I read it and I was like, oh, this is just a reach. It's just just because it sounds different,
hey,
don't mean it's good.
On a more positive note, SZA gave us a song,
This
"Good
song was
Days,"
so good.
which that was like I
So
love the song. This is what I needed from SZA.
No, because exactly when I hit different, I was like, this is cool, but I want this. And I was like, see, this is if her album sound like this,
Like, it's not even a
for a good
conversation.
thing. Yeah, this is
You guys see the little acoustic thing that she put out on YouTube too?
for
Yeah, TD. I saw TD tweeted it out.
Yeah, that was good.
for a different. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Yeah. What else came out?
I'll be honest, the only thing I listened to, because I was listening to a lot of albums for this episode, this is a song. That's the only new release I listened to.
Yeah, but
And
Tink,
I can't even fault you. Tink, yeah, I didn't listen to Tink, but it was a Christmas album. Then I put Jay Sean on here because y'all remember Jay Sean? Y'all remember him?
Yes, Jay Sean.
I was like, "What's up? We gon' party like it's the end of the world."
No, but
party like, you remember that song 2012 from like 2011?
I do.
But then he had Down. Like I haven't seen his name in such a long time.
Down.
He just released an album this year. Yeah, that's him. That's that guy. New album.
That guy.
Good for him.
I didn't listen, but a Tink, a gift and a curse. I saw a lot of people on Twitter. I think she's from Chicago or St. Louis. I'm gonna get it right now.
Wow.
Hold on, I'm not gonna
You want to get a correction out quick.
Yeah.
Okay, she's from the Chicago area.
I'll make the same mistake I did with G Herbo.
You said St. Louis straight up. I didn't say. You said he's from St. Louis,
you brought
right?
up the possibility of both, so.
But I said Chicago first. But Taking a Give a Girl, I actually listened to this. It was cool for what it was. I remember she was on the freshman cover in like 2014 with like Vince Staples, Dej Loaf.
Yeah.
Who else was on there? Fetty Wap. All them people.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh look, it's on there twice. 2 albums.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
But it's all good. And
Why you had
also
to point that out. You could have just ignored it.
one more for me is 38 Special Interstate. This is like his 5th album of the year, so it's just cool. It's like,
how long is the album?
It's like 11 tracks, 30 minutes ish. Really good.
I have something to say about short albums. We'll get into it when we get into this episode.
Short
We'll
albums.
get into it later.
All right, let's get to it. Let's get to the.
We like listening to movies. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, we can blow through charts because there's not much. Billboard 200. Taylor Swift came in at number 1. I think it was like her numbers are 339,000 first week, which sounds big, but for Taylor Swift, if you looked at just the number figure, 329. Excuse me, lower than her last release. But this is the first big album to be released post the bundle change rule, and apparently it broke records. Like, even though it's 329, it's still the highest selling album post that bundle change rule. So power of Taylor Swift there.
Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon 3, The Chosen, number 2.
Yes, and that he did good too. 145,000 first week
right.
sales. Folklore returns to number 3. Christmas by Michael Bublé, the only Christmas album in the top 5 during the Christmas tracking week. Then that's what they all say. Jack Harlow rounding it out at.
You guys ever listened to that?
No. Jack Harlow album.
Jack.
I listened to songs. I listened to tracks.
Yo, Jack Harlow. First of all, Jack Harlow is crazy, but that dude is wild.
He is crazy.
And I remember I was talking about those a couple songs. It was cool. It was really it's really mainstream. That's the good. It's not a bad way. It is like good mainstream rap, I would say. It's okay,
right.
mainstream. It's good. Like I don't know. It's like I give it like a 5.5.
Then what's the point of bringing it up to highlight it if you're gonna give it a 5? Like, what is the point?
I'm just saying like there's I didn't think it was
a 5 is a 50.
No.
We're gonna stop.
Hold on. But hold on though, because we say this all the time. We've said this. There's a good mainstream album where like the songs that are meant to be hits and that are meant to be listened to a lot are really good. There's like some songs I'll save on here that are really good. I like Jack Harlow. It's just some songs I feel like he tried too hard. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Just for me, but okay.
Not to harken on this Taylor Swift thing too long, because we're not a pop music podcast. I do want to say that, like, I think her sales total of 329 is going to be the new benchmark of album sales post this bundle rule change. And I'm happy you've been talking about it because it is going to have like a real big impact on these. Like, I'm interested to see what Drake is going to do, if Drake will outdo this number, because like, it is, I don't know. It's like her last album was 700,000 plus before the change. Now after the change, we're at 339. So let's, I'm interested to see how that'll play out in the future.
Do you think it's an effect on both like the bundle change and that it was just like your second album of the year. That's
I'm sure that helped too. But or that not helped, but that's the reason you're saying it too. But I really do think that bundle change is the bulk of the reason why. And I just think this is a good example because she released 2 albums this year. Like you see the Folklore before and Evermore after. Anyway, we got to stay on this Hot 100. It would have been All I Want for Christmas Is You week, but Taylor Swift blocked that. Willow is #1, and it just had a ton of streams. I think it was like 220 million streams this week.
Willow stands are going. I mean, I said Willow stands. Taylor Swift stands are going to make sure that thing is going to go #1. They was like,
they go hard.
They blocked Mariah Carey. They blocked her.
30 million streams, 59,000 downloads, and All I Want for Christmas Is You just had 40 million streams but less downloads. So that's why you see what you see there.
Yeah,
still cool. It still peaked last week at #1, so she still has that stat.
Yeah. All I Want for Christmas, rocking around the Christmas tree, Jingle Bell Rock, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell. Sorry, Christmas is over. Sorry, guys. And Mood by 24K Golden. I gotta respect 24K Golden. This is TikTok. TikTok is
killing it.
Killing it. Just
and
like,
it's now we know it's considered a rock song, an alternative song, and a rap song. So I mean, he's kind of killing it on like 3 different genres.
Everything.
Wait a second. We've all heard the song, right? It's not a rock song.
I like that. I like the song a lot.
Wait a second. I like how you always in the movie. It's not a rock song, right, though?
It's got a guitar in it. That's why.
Hey.
Hold on.
That's why.
Wait a second. It's guitar.
No, I'm not saying that's right.
That's the bench.
But I'm saying there's a guitar in it. That's why it's probably considered a rock song.
So wait a second. Does that mean Freddie Gibbs has a guitar?
I mean,
okay, yeah, but then you're forgetting there's an important role there. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that on the pod.
There's a song on one of the albums we're gonna talk about, or he has a guitar.
Freddie Gibbs don't be considered rock. The same way Childish and Tyler the Creator.
No, I said the first. I said one of his songs. I said one of his songs considered rock because it has a guitar on it.
I mean, probably. Let Thomas release it as a single. Let's see.
True. All right, guys.
Speaking of Freddie Gibbs.
While you guys are introducing our main topic, I'm gonna go plug my laptop in somewhere. It's leaking battery. Don't mind me. Go continue. I'll be back.
This man right here, bro.
It's okay. I'm good at improv.
Yeah, we're good.
No, this is perhaps the biggest week of this series since we began, at least for us, and honestly, by like the number of albums on here.
I agree. I think this is the one that people were waiting for.
Right? It sort of makes sense for us. The rap one. Save the best for last, though, right?
Yeah, but the thing about rap too, we have to say is like I think by default it's the most competitive and like in terms of ranking. So like, you know, I mean, I'm not saying other places aren't competitive, but it's like I'm better than you, my album's better than yours. I did this, my bars, you know, with
as a genre, it is a very competitive genre within itself.
You know, so ranking in terms of like who's the best rapper, who has the best, you know, who makes the best, you know, it's really competitive in that way. You know, unlike any other genre, it's definitely a competitive genre, and it's almost like a sport. Really, they treat it like a sport. So.
And I'm happy you said what you just said, because I found that when I was trying to think of who had the best in my head, I often conflated who's the best rapper with who has the best rap album, which is what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So there's some great rappers we're gonna touch on, but when I have to block out everything else and just think about their album, that were their 10 to 15 track album, it kind of changes things for me.
They're not if you're the best rapper, it's not always the best. Make the best album. Sometimes the best rappers don't make the greatest albums, you know?
Yeah. So, well, I mean, as we've been doing every week before this, it is our 2020 wrap up. This time we're doing the best hip hop rap albums this year. We have a list of 50, I believe.
50.
And we're going to narrow it down live to our top 5.
Now, this is my fault because I was like, let me just put as many as possible just to like, and you know what's so crazy? I went down. I listened to about 40 of these 50, which is actually pretty darn impressive. 40 of these 50.
You listen to like a new album a week or a new album a day at a minimum.
No, not a day. No, not a day.
This is a lot of new music. I can't.
No. Yeah, and there's some albums on here that I like, you know, and I put albums like there's albums on here I was like just to put on there just to have it a shout out. There's a lot of artists on here that put out multiple projects. And I was like, I just put one, you know, just to keep we can point it out. We're gonna have discussions about that too. But I think this one will be the one where we have the most to say because, like, you know, last week we were like, I don't know if we listened to that, you know, We had a lot to say about R&B too, and pop, I think. But you know, this one I feel like we've listened to a lot of these, and some of these aren't even deserving of necessarily being, you know, because they're not that good. But I think it's just good to talk about them. So yeah.
Yeah. And I think, like you said, no, rap is the genre I think all three of us first realized we shared a joy in, like in common. We all are into our own things, but I think rap has sort of united us. So I'm sure this is going to end up being the one that we have the strongest opinions about. But I also want to say, like, the way we've been doing this in past weeks, for those who are just joining us, is we'll typically start by just alternating and like knocking one off the list. When we do that this week, instead of thinking, would this be in my top 5, I think you should be mindful of what you're actually striking out, because I don't want there to be a situation like there was an alternative from rock where we have an album that just happens to be left in like the top 10 that like probably shouldn't, but we just know it's knocked it off yet. So
I
like,
agree.
I actually think, like, would this be my top 20 though? Top 15?
Oh no, I think we're gonna do
10.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
I'll go first.
This
is
I want to go first. I want to go first.
Go ahead.
I want to see what Drake take. I said
Drake.
Drake.
I know what you're going to do too. I know exactly what he's going to do.
I would like to take out Lil Uzi.
I knew it.
I was gonna go and I was gonna take out him first just to troll, but
yes. I'm doing it.
Yes.
Okay, I guess we're gonna say something about all these albums.
First of all, you know what's so
earlier?
crazy? If somebody just listened to this part, somebody would turn this off right now. We took out Uzi first. Somebody
was it Complex that called this one of the best albums this year? One of
it was the best album
like top 10. It was like
it was a lot of people too. It wasn't just Complex. It was a lot of people.
Look, and we as the 97 demo, we respect their opinions. We, as rap fans, as hip hop fans, don't understand it. And we've tried. We definitely have. We've all listened to the album.
We have tried
multiple times, unfortunately.
Multiple times. It's long. The sounds are not super interesting to us. I think I'm speaking for all of us when I say that.
Mm-hmm.
As neither are the bars.
Uzi's wordplay is not super interesting.
I think our problem more so was that people were saying, "Man, the lyrics are incredible," and I think we were like, if people just said, "Man, I just like to turn up to it," I'd be like, "Okay," but people were like, "No, man, his bars are killing." I was like, "Oh."
Every time I saw a publication that ranked him high, which do it. Noah, yes. Like I would, a little part of me would kind of like lose respect because I'm like, what are you? The justification, his bars and savvy wordplay. I'm like,
yeah, I was confused.
Yeah. Okay. Also, we're starting with 50. What are we trying to get to right now?
20.
25.
All right.
I think it'll go fast. I'm gonna take out one that artist we all like, we all really enjoy, but this was kind of like a warm up. I feel like Drake, Dark Lane Demo Tapes. Our first review, good songs on there that I go back to a lot, honestly. But as a project, it was just like he just put it out just to put some music out. So it's just a warm up.
The album, it has a special place in our hearts.
Of course,
as a podcast.
Every Drake thing is like I'm gonna listen to
because it's the first thing we like reviewed.
Of course,
our first test episode.
And he's coming out next year, so.
This week is just really funny to me because I'm already looking at this list and I'm like, even getting to 25, I feel like we're gonna whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and hey, this is hard because I don't want to do this early, but Polo G the GOAT. I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. I listened to it back when it was big, so I remember it was on the Billboard charts forever, and I never got the.
That was one of the first artists we were like, who is that?
Yeah, I remember that. I don't know if he fits this list for me.
Good job. Okay. Avery.
Oof, I'm back.
We got a couple. There's a lot we can take off now. We got a lot.
No, we're just trying to be nice. Actually, forget everything I just said. Be ruthless. Just take an album. Yeah.
Avery.
I was gonna say J Electronica, but I know Nnamdi.
Oh my god!
Wait, I was gonna say wait on that. Dang.
That is not. We can wait. Taken out before Gunna by Wanna.
Okay. I know Gunna by Wanna. Come on now.
Right, Gunna by Wanna. Okay, well we're all in agreement with that.
Wait, Wanna by Gunna.
Gunna by Wanna. Oh, Wanna by Gunna. You're right. Good point. Okay, right, another one.
Wanna is out.
Okay.
Hey, that quick J Electronica.
I'm surprised this one was one of the first ones. Megan Thee Stallion, Good News.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Where is that?
We love you, Megan. Number 30.
Wait, y'all, did we put 28? Okay.
28. Trust me, I got all the albums, y'all. Trust me. Except there's a couple.
Look, if it slipped our mind after 50, it probably did not deserve to be on this list anyway.
No, there's a couple like The Baby didn't make it. 6ix9ine.
Oh,
and they
did not. My turn.
They were not.
I don't want to give 6ix9ine the time of day.
Y'all, is it on me? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and Music to Be Murdered by Eminem. Eminem, we love you. It was better. It was better than his some of his more recent projects. Is not one of the top albums this year though.
Well, hell of a career, Eminem.
Hell of a
career though. You made the list.
He's a
Made the
legend.
list.
He's a legend.
Okay, now this one kind of hurts. It's kind of mean, but oh, is it my? Oh, it's Avery's turn. My bad. Avery. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. What about the Reason album? I didn't think that was too special.
Yeah.
I feel
It
you.
was. There were some good songs on there, but I don't think it was.
And the thing is too with that
The
album,
singles are too good.
every song is good though too. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like bad. It's just like really, eh.
So
Yeah.
New Beginnings by Reason is out.
Still good though. Reason we like you a lot. Am I next? Okay. Pop Smoke, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. Dang, I feel like we're not bad guys. Nah, we're not bad guys. It's just I guess Pop Smoke's not
Wow.
for me.
That's early. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
I think yeah, I know. It just wasn't it's not like for me necessarily, for me personally. So this is our list, so we don't have to agree with what everybody says. I know people enjoyed this a lot. People are gonna get mad.
A lot of top of the year list too.
Yeah,
No,
but
I enjoyed Pop Smoke's album. I want to fight for it, but it was a good album.
yeah, it's fun. So yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and So Help Me God 2 Chainz. I liked Rapper Go to the League better.
Me too.
So
It's got a banger of a song though.
Oh, it was
Feel
talking
Feel
about.
Away.
Never learn to say.
Oh, that is that is it. That may be on the playlist. Though. That may be on the playlist.
That's probably on the playlist.
That just because of Rent. That's why.
Oh, good. It's so.
Oh,
Look,
I
I
got
gotta
a
say
couple
Kanye
more.
puts a good feature in there.
Yeah, Avery.
Ooh. I want to say. All right, I want to say Spillage. I want to take Spillage.
Oh,
Avery,
Yeah.
you're the worst at this.
Yeah.
no, Avery, that is not.
Look, I'm just looking at the albums that I feel strongly about, and Spillage is not one of them.
What's the
Look,
wait on that?
If we want to hold off here, that's fine.
Okay, I'll
That's
go
just
now.
my pick. You guys know
I'll-
how I feel then.
Okay, we'll get to that later. I'll go now. Ooh, I'm gonna go with Lil Durk. Just y'all waited too.
Wow. It's because I was like, I'm gonna come to this meeting and talk about y'all. I really think Spillage was a way better album than we thought.
And then Avery does that every week. Avery's like, man, this
Look,
album.
I know which ones I like and which ones I don't want in my top 5. and
No,
that's
I
not-
agree too. But yeah, there's a lot of albums on here, guys, that are like really worthy of being taken off. So more worthy than Spilligian at this point. So Nnamdi, you go, Nnamdi.
Oh, I'm 1 for 2.
I'm joking.
Okay, so I don't want to be the first one to take an album by a wonderful set of female artists off this list, but
I knew
I'm
you
gonna
would
say
do it.
City Girls, City
I knew
on
it.
the
That was
Block
my
because it was cool, but like it's not a top album of the year.
Nnamdi, I'm glad you said it, not me, because I was just gonna say it. City Girls, and now
But
just
it
like,
does-
hey.
It has a couple hits on it. Hey, I will say I like Jobs. I like
What's
a
the
couple
one-
on there.
What's the one with that Sasha Obama did? Like, what song is that?
That's not
Oh,
their
yeah.
song. That's a remix of Money
Oh
Bag
wow,
Yo
see,
song.
that's so much I know. So much I know. Avery.
I'm scared now. You guys are going to get mad at me again. I don't
No, we're
even know. Okay. What about this Juice WRLD album?
There you go.
Good? Are we okay with that?
I think we're okay with that.
I'm kidding. It's
I
cool.
think we're okay with that.
Rest in peace to Juice WRLD though.
Rest in peace.
Peace, Juice WRLD. Yeah. Incredible freestyler. Have you ever heard this man freestyle?
No, I haven't.
He's incredible, actually, at freestyle. Okay, I'm gonna go with one. My girl really liked this album a lot.
Oh, I
Flo
know
Milli.
what I do.
Ho, Why Is You Here? Flo
That's a
Milli
good album.
from Alabama. It's really fun.
No. What's that title again?
Ho, Why Is You Here? Ho, Why Is You Here?
I like how you pronounced the comma too when
Ho,
you said
Why
it.
Is You Here? Oh, why is okay? I'm sorry, I keep saying that too much. Flo Milli's funny. I really enjoy her. She's fun. She's really fun.
Good flow too. Like she's got.
Nothing against her. Nothing against all these artists. Nothing against all these artists, honestly. But
It was fun. Yeah.
Flo Milli.
So there's an album on this list that shouldn't be on this. Wait, Avery, did you just wrote? There's an album on this list that shouldn't be on this list.
I think I know what you're
and we
saying.
reviewed it. So Logic, No Pressure. I'm going. Is that a shocker to you guys?
No,
I feel, like
it's
this
not
is, I feel like this is early, but I'm fine
Cool.
with it.
No, it's cool.
Oh, this is Spilligion wasn't early, but this
Yes,
is
I
early.
liked No Pressure by this Spillage.
More than Spilligion.
Ooh.
Yes.
All I'm gonna say is only one of these artists had a song that made Barack Obama's playlist, and it wasn't Logic.
It wasn't Logic.
So
Well, Barack Obama's the barometer now. He's like deciding.
I'm just saying.
Obama's like LeBron.
I agree with you. I agree with you though, Nnamdi. Logic, it was good too. I really enjoyed it.
It was good.
It was really good too.
And make sure you listen to our Logic review episode. I want to say this episode like maybe 13.
We gave it a good. We gave it a good score. I think
Well,
I
it's a
gave
good
like
album. That's
We gave it like a 7.
We gave it like a 7. That's a good score.
He did a good job. He did a good job.
Good job. Okay, Avery, back to you.
I'm scared. I don't even know what to pick.
I'm looking at one.
My
right
turn. My turn, little baby. Anybody?
Now. Ooh. I don't have strong feelings.
Okay.
I don't
have strong. A lot of people do have strong feelings.
The
I'm not one of them.
highest selling album this year, I believe, right?
I get it.
Yeah, there you go. Give it a.
In terms of impact, he might have been the most impactful rap artist this year.
He had a great 2020.
He had a great 2020. He's up there with The Weeknd in terms of how people feel about it. But I just
not a cup of tea.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start taking ones out. See, this one we're good. I'm gonna start. Don't worry, guys. All these underground guys are gonna be taken out. Don't worry.
That's all you know. I need
I'll
you
get to them, guys.
I was just about to say. No, I was just about to say.
Guys.
You need to start.
Get to them, guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna get to them. Which one do I like better? Okay, I'm gonna take out Armani Caesar, the Liz, number 27. She is the first woman on the Griselda crew. She's on Griselda, so she's really dope. Actually, she's really great. It just seems like she's really carving her niche, and it's a great debut project for her on Griselda. Really good, but it's not top 5.
No, I'm just realizing we don't have 3 of Westside Gunn's. I mean, Boldy James' other albums on here.
We can talk about them. No, I'm saying we could. I didn't want to just put like 5 of the same artists on here. We can talk.
Yeah,
about
but I mean, what if I like the other 2 more than like? What if I want to take this one off and not?
What if I'm
not going to? Not this early.
I don't know. I'm confusing because you just listened to him yesterday. So I've listened to this guy for the whole year. So if you listen,
what does it have to do with me?
If y'all listen to me and I say, guys, you listen to Boldy James, I said that all year.
I know. I hear you. I hear you. But I'm saying, what does it have to do with me saying his other albums?
I'm saying I told y'all to listen the whole year. But okay, but Nnamdi.
But I digress, and I'll add a real bad Boldy on here when no one's looking anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and say I can get rid of wow. I'm gonna go ahead and say Blue and Exile Miles. I love this album, but I'm looking at some of the other ones on the list, and I don't see that making my top 5 or our top 5. Let's
cool with me.
Come on.
Now, this is the album that legit seriously did not make it because of the runtime. This album is legit 1 hour and 35 minutes. It's 1 hour and 35 minutes.
But it was good though, because if you just, it's a good
good
background. If you just have it on, I used to listen to it while I was working.
It's a great
It is
background.
very long.
Dang.
It's a great album.
Avery. I got a couple on mine too.
Okay. Big fan of both these people, but Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats.
Oh, you took mine.
Unlocked. It's a good project too.
It is good.
Not top 5 for me.
Feel you on that.
It's a good marriage. I want Kenny Beats to come out with more albums like this though,
Feel you.
because I want to see him collab with a bunch of other artists like that.
Okay, I'm gonna take one out. Hold on. I keep looking. Cool. I'm gonna take one out. I'm between 2, but I'm gonna take one out. I'm gonna take out Marv Won, Sooner Than Later, number 17. There's just one I really like. Great workout album. He's from Detroit, and I gotta say this too. Detroit rep this year, guys. Royce the 5'9", Big Sean, Marv Won, Apollo Brown's on here. Who else? Who else did I miss? Eminem, obviously. I missed somebody else. I forgot. Sorry. So yeah. Oh, Boldy James, of course, from Detroit too. So yeah. So Marv Won. Out of here.
Nnamdi.
Oh, sorry. I just realized it was to me. I was Googling where D-Smoke was from. Do you know he was from California? I didn't know that.
He's Sir's brother.
That's right.
Oh, I did know that. Then I did know that. I knew he was Sir's brother.
Yeah.
I didn't connect the two. All right. What do I want to take off here? Wow. We're really kind of getting down here, aren't we? I'm going to go ahead and say let's take off.
I got another one I got to take off.
Oh, Action Bronson, Only for Dolphins.
Did you ever listen to that?
It's not my top 5. I did listen. No, I listened to a lot of just. I was solid 3/4 of the album on this list at least once prior to this week.
We had our bases covered.
There are very few that I had to catch up on. Yeah, like this is one I'm not really
Action Bronson
nervous about.
He was fun.
It was cool. It was a good one. But
I
liked it more than a lot of his previous releases. I didn't used to like Action Bronson until I'd say this album.
I got another one I should have took off early, but go ahead, Avery.
Okay. On the sole basis of I don't know what he is saying. Bad Bunny, YHLQMDLG.
I was keeping
Again,
that in just
it
because
sounds
you
it sounds great. I love it. I listen to it still, probably more than most of the rest of these albums. But again, no
Avery,
idea
I
what
kept
he's
that in
saying.
just because of you, bro.
Yeah, I knew I had to be the one to take it out.
Just for you. Good job, Avery. Okay. I'm next. I'm gonna take out. Crap. I'm kind of trying to get. Okay. I'm gonna take out Jay Graham. Every gram counts. There's a guy I found. He signed to crap. Who was he signed to? He signs the same thing as Pro Era and stuff like that. I forgot the label they're on. I'm so trash about this. But he's saying same label as Joey Badass and guys like that. With Johnny Snipes. He's the owner of the label. Or he's the founder of the label. But yeah. Jay Graham's Every Gram Counts. Okay. Who? 29. There's a lot of these I can take out. If you guys need me to say, no, what about this one? I can take it out.
No, I'm about to start gunning them for you. Noah, I'm going to propose Navy Blue by Ada Aaron.
Dang. That's one, this is one.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't making your top 5. It wasn't making mine.
Oh, and the thing is, no, I'm saying I get why you guys don't like it, because if you guys don't like Earl Sweatshirt, some rap songs, if that's not for you, you will definitely not like this. This is literally lo-fi at its finest in terms of like avant-garde jazz and rap.
I liked it for what it was.
I love
what it was.
Are we cool with taking Navy Blue out?
Yeah, I love him. And and you guys have probably seen him. He's like in Supreme Lookbook. He's like a model too. And he's a skater and all that stuff, but he's good. So Sage Iglesias, that's his name, I think.
Okay, one I did listen to, Noah. Steve Cooks and Rock Marciano.
Dang.
You want to keep that?
No, take it out. It's cool.
Take it off the list. You want to keep it?
No, first of all, I'm gonna fight for one of these underground guys. Y'all playing?
Wait, no. There's one on here that I love.
Oh,
on your list.
Oh, I know.
This getting to our top 5 is going to be so heated. Like we haven't even started yet.
We got 2 more till we get to 20.
Go ahead.
All right, it's your turn. You want me to go? Okay, I'll go.
It's me. But no. Did you just go? I'll go then. I thought it was your turn.
I'll go just to get the order back. Just to get because I think.
Well, I'll go and we'll resume order. We got it. I'm gonna take off Toby Nigo Sync Originals, even though I did love the album.
Thank you.
But I didn't say
Avery said thank you.
I didn't want to be the one.
I'm not gonna.
I didn't want to be the one either because I was like, hey,
it was a good album, but it probably is gonna make my top.
Everybody's great.
My top 5.
Okay, Avery.
Shout out to Nigeria though.
There's one here that.
Okay, can we take out Village now?
Nnamdi's the one that wants to fight for it, but I'm cool with taking it out personally.
Wow, I just thought this is. I feel like, well, okay. I'm not gonna die. This isn't the hill I'll die on. I do think it is better than a couple of the albums still on this list, though. But I
mean that's fine. That can be true, but can we eliminate it out right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Continue your bloodlust. Go ahead.
Okay, since there's one, hold on. Since we want to take out Spilligian, I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna take out Rico Nasty Nightmare Vacation.
Fine by me.
No, I'm not even. I don't think Avery has strong feeling, but Avery, I like this project. She's like a hype. She gets me hype.
She's like, yeah.
No, she's hype. It's a good workout album, and I like her marketing for it as well.
And I'm so excited to see how she evolves as an artist, because this is like her first album.
It is the first. Oh, we're at 24.
We're at 24.
We get to 20 just now.
Okay. Yeah, let's get to 20.
Oh, we didn't even.
Let's get to 20.
We didn't. Well, no, because we didn't even do a. Okay, well, let's not go.
There were 50 albums,
we didn't do the whole thing
through it.
Yeah, let's get to 20.
Hey, I believe in you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and say.
Wait, also, is my
turn? Ooh, you just won. There's 2 albums that I'd be open to us taking off the list. I'll just pick one though and see if someone else takes the other. I'm going to say Limbo by Mine, and I do love that album.
Yeah, cool.
I do like it. Was a good album, but he had skips on it, and for my top 5, you can't have skips. His deluxe, he also was one of the few instances in which a deluxe release made me like the original.
I completely agree.
I love that.
Interesting. Okay, Avery.
Very rare.
I think I know what's coming.
Okay, out of the ones I feel like I'm still qualified to take out, that I think should be taken out. Chica Industry Games. Anybody?
Wow, I didn't think it was gonna be you, Avery. I didn't think it was gonna be you.
I love Chica. She's great.
She's basically the best rap artist. She was basically the best rap artist in the XSL cover, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And every song she releases is good. Like, it's crazy. That new one she just released last week, Trophies. So good.
Okay, guys, there's one I'm taking out, not because I don't love it. It's because I actually love it, but I just don't see it making the top 5 because it's just different than all these albums. It's Knowledge's instrumental album, 1988.
I was wondering
I
why
was actually just gonna take that one out after this.
Wow. This is actually one of my favorite projects of the year. It's just, that's the thing. Instrumental albums, I love instrumental albums. They can tell their own story. I think it's still pretty awesome. It's pretty great, actually. But just with all these rap albums, with artists rapping, it's kind of tough to, keep it on there. So I love
why don't you tell the audience what albums are you fighting for? I'm actually interested to hear what underground albums you're fighting for, because I'm gonna start. I'm mean, so I've been waiting for you, but I'm gonna start getting for some of
underground albums. I will really fight for Che Noir and Apollo Brown. I will fight very hard.
That was
that wasn't bad.
That's
that
the
was
one.
really good.
That's one I loved.
Rock Marciano I put on there just out of respect, because Rock Marciano's like an underground all-star in terms of rapping, and Dump Life. Oh, actually, I'm gonna take off Dump Life. Take off Dump Life too. That was one of my favorite of the half year. So Dump Life is number 10. The God Fiend, Jay Nice, Left Lane, D-Don. That was my mid-year top 5, but we can cool with taking that out. So yeah, I think we got a good top.
Yeah, we're at 20.
I think this is actually a really solid 20. Okay.
All right.
You want me to list them off, or you got them?
Go ahead. List them all.
Okay, cool. Okay, we have Boldy James and The Alchemist, The Price of Tea in China. Boldy James, Real Bad Boldy James, Manger on McKnowles, I believe. West Side Gun, Pray for Paris, Run the Jewels, RTJ4, Benny the Butcher, Burden of Proof, Mac Miller Circles, Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist Alfredo, Royce the 5'9", The Allegory, Conway the Machine, From King to a God, Black Thought, Streams of Thought Volume 3, Rock Marciano, Mount Marcy, Big Sean, Detroit 2, J Electronica, A Written Testimony, 21 Savage and Metro Boomin, Savage Mode 2, Nas, King's Disease, Open Mike Eagle, Anime, Trauma and Divorce, Ka, Descendants of Cain, D Smoke, Black Habits, Che Noir and Apollo Brown, As God Intended, and Elzai 7 Times Down, 8 Times Up.
Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and kick off this next round by taking off, and it does hurt me, but I'm just trying to be open with the crew. J Electronica, Written Testimony. It's a fantastic album, but it is probably not the 97 demos in our top 5 for the whole year. So,
biggest issue with that
and
album,
it really relies on Jay-Z very heavily, and I can't, as much as I defend that, I can't ignore it.
That's a problem.
That's the problem.
But would it be better if it was credited? If it was credited as like J and J, would you have as much of an issue with it?
Yeah.
No, but the fact that
enjoyed that.
I still want it. I'm agree with you now. Actually, I'm with them. I want to have this bigger problem with it. But Jay Electronica has been gone for 10 years. People are waiting for him to album, and you come out of nowhere. It's like Fred Ghost was gone for 15 years, okay? And then he comes back and like Beyonce singing half the album or something like that. It's like, what you doing, bro? It's like,
I mean, probably that album would probably sell like crazy.
Of course, but it's like if you're a Fred Ghost fan, like, dang, bro, Beyonce just washed you. So Avery,
I don't even know what I want to take out.
I got one.
19. Go ahead.
The all-time great. Black Thought, Streams of Thought, Volume 3. He's literally probably the best rapper on here.
So good.
I think he's legit.
I really
I think he's legitimately the best rapper.
I think he's legit the best rapper on here. I think Black Thought is legit the best rapper on here. But I just don't go back to it often. For me personally, still really good. It's just
makes
like
you think.
Yeah, I agree. Shout out Philly.
That was a easy top 10 contender at the very least for me. But it's cool. It's cool. I'm
trying to be diverse here.
Getting the list down.
Well, I want to be
Rock Marciano, Mount Marcy. We can go ahead and take off this list.
God, did you listen to it? Don't lie.
I listened to everything you sent in that note sheet. I listened to all of it.
Rock Marciano.
And I'm just to think about it is they all. And here's what I'm going to say about it. That album, as well as several others on here, exist in a specific frame of rap. I put it in the skill level of like, honestly, our top. There's some mysteries, but Benny the Butcher, Freddie Gibbs, Rock Marciano, Boldy James, super lyrically talented rappers. They can all win, and if I have to rank them of which project I enjoyed the most, I know what order that's going. And
I'm fine too. That was gonna make it. So, Avery, do you need me to go again, or because I think Avery's kind of stuck now?
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck. I don't really even know what I want to take off.
I'll go next. There's actually
I feel like a lot of these albums, like you guys are very partial to, and I don't want to be the one to take them off.
I got you. There's two, because there's a couple. There's two that I really want to take out, but I'm gonna take the one I like the least, I guess I would say. I'm gonna take out Elzai, 7 times down, 8 times up. Also from Detroit. Detroit might have the best rappers, bro. I'm not even lying. Like Detroit's killing it. Elzai, 7 times down, 8 times up. Yeah, man.
I know what I'm gonna do, and y'all are gonna be happy about it. Actually, I don't know how y'all are gonna feel about it.
No, I was gonna say. No, can I say something really quick about him? Elzai is a great artist. He just doesn't give me a lot. Like Royce the 5'9", it's like he changes voice, inflections, flows. Elzai is very fit the pocket of the beat, which is good, but it's just like sometimes it doesn't give me more. But he's still great lyricist. But sometimes the emotion on the track, it doesn't give me some. Yeah.
So it is so funny that you just said that, Noah, because I'm actually choosing the Allegory.
That's fine. That's cool. I'm cool with that.
And it's even though I appreciated the skill and versatility down there, it was I think on the longer side, and it didn't keep me enthralled for that entire hour and like 5 or 10 minutes.
That's fair.
That I committed to it.
I listened to it last night again. Yeah, I agree with you. I really enjoyed it. I love the skits too on it. He's like, he's talking to the kid.
I do. I love skits generally. I appreciate albums. I'll say another big thing I liked about it. It was one of the few theme albums that worked because committed the allegory, the story, and he committed to that throughout the entire thing with the interludes and stuff. So.
And I still stand off like if somebody like another artist like a Kendrick made that, I think it would get way more love. Like a type album like that. Like I still
for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, since Avery's kind of stuck here.
I got one.
Oh, take it. Oh, I know what you're going with.
Boldy James, The Price of Tea in China.
Oh!
Anybody?
Oh yes! Great.
I think look. It came out like 2 weeks. No one left the room. Look.
I didn't want to do it, but I'm so glad you did.
Look, I feel like I should wait for Noah to. There he is. Noah, look.
Noah, sit down. Sit down, bud.
Oh my goodness. Do I gotta
hear you? Sit down, bud.
Look. It came out like 2 weeks ago. I think it's very new.
What? Wait, what came out 2 weeks ago?
The Price of Tea in China.
No, it came out early. It came out like in February.
Wait, what? Which one's the one that came out like 2 weeks ago?
Real Bad Boldy came out 2 weeks ago.
You're about to have Real Bad Boldy, but hey, I want you to continue this narrative as you're going because Real Bad Boldy actually I think was better than The Price of Tea in China. Avery, come on, you don't remember The Price of Tea in China?
Wait, I got the titles mixed up. I have to go Real Bad Boldy.
He has released 4 projects.
Avery, you gotta go Real Bad Boldy.
I have to go Real Bad Boldy. My bad. I apologize. The Price of Tea in China. Real Bad Boldy is the one I would want to take out because it did come out like literally 2 weeks ago.
I wasn't ready to argue for Real Boldy James now.
I apologize.
Real Bad Boldy
give you that trauma
really,
right now.
I will say like it's Real Bad of the 4 he released, and I told Noah this earlier. My 2 personal favorites for Real Bad Boldy and Manger on McNichols. Noah loves The Price of Tea in China. So eventually there's going to be some kind of Boldy James battle here. But
for the record, I love all the Boldy James albums he released this year. For the record, I actually love all of them. I'll just be quiet.
Are we okay with Real Bad Boldy?
I'm fine.
I don't like the switch up you did. Noah gets his feelings hurt all of a sudden. I apologize. But go ahead.
Yo,
all of a sudden it was a mix up.
I just gave Noah some like trauma. I apologize.
I'm not mad. I'm not traumatized. It's like I didn't expect it right now. I was like waiting for it to get.
I got him mixed up.
Oh my gosh. And first of all, if it doesn't. First of all, no, I'm not like. Never mind. Okay, I'm just gonna take album out now. That I'm between two. I'm between Open Mike Eagle, Anime Trauma and Divorce, and Ka and Descendants of Cain. I'm gonna take out Ka, Descendants of Cain. He's in the same vein as Rock Marciano. His music, and I get this from somewhere else too. His music is like he doesn't really have a lot of drums. It's really just like an instrumental and no drums in it at all. It's really interesting. He's great at it though. He's a master at it. But just not something I'll go back to necessarily. You really have to pay attention. You have to read the lyrics the whole time, which is it's not a bad thing, but yeah. Take it out.
Okay, we're down to 14 albums.
Do you want to? We can get to 10 and then do a reset.
Let's get to 10.
I know the 2 I'm ready to take out.
No, you have taken out. You pause for a second. Hey, Nnamdi's gonna kind of get some bloodlust going on because you've been jumping out of order to kill some of these albums, and
I'm sorry.
I think it's time that I joined. So the first one I'm gonna take off is. I can't do it. I'm gonna do it. West Side Gun, Pray for Paris.
Whoa!
Whoa. Not yet.
Not yet.
Why? Look, no, let's have the conversation then. So y'all defend me because Pray for Paris to me, I like Burden of Proof more than Pray for Paris. I like Alfredo more than Pray for Paris. I like Manger of McNichols and Presidency in China more than Pray for Paris. So go ahead and explain. Give me your argument as how it's better than those 5 others.
Honestly, out of West Side Gun, I think this album is a damn masterpiece. Seriously, I seriously think it's a masterpiece. Yes, of production. That's the thing about him. He's not the greatest rapper. But his style, enthusiasm on the tracks, I think is great. His voice, you can't name anybody that sounds like him. And the production on there is incredible. I'll just
songs bang.
Hold on, let me just pull a couple songs out there that are pretty much, I would argue, have pretty much the
best production. Freddie Gibbs.
Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god! Hold on. Give me
$500 ounces.
500. That might be the best produced song this year. I'm not
okay. That might be Freddie's best verses whole year.
That's what I'm saying.
As a collective album though,
it's a masterpiece.
Okay, you know what? I'm not sure it's gonna make the top 5, but I'll hold off if you two are so passionate about it. I'm still gonna take one off that no one's gonna be upset about.
I'm surprised. First of all. Okay, I'll go right now.
Because I'm at the point where I'm thinking about top. Well, no, it's still my turn. Then we can take off Shea Noir and Apollo Brown because that's just not making our top 5.
You're taking the ones we love.
Who's we? It's you. Okay.
Me and Avery.
I love Shea Noir and Apollo Brown.
You told album we love.
Okay. Sorry guys, but I'm gonna take that one off. I'll leave Pray for Paris for you guys for that one.
I don't want to take that off. Hold on. But hold on. Okay, there's two.
Okay,
I'm saying no because
goodbye to albums we ever heard about.
I'm saying you pick 2 albums that 2 people feel strongly about. But then if there's one album that like 2 people don't
are any of those 2 albums are 2 of you acknowledging right now that Shea Noir is one of the few albums you're the hill you'll die for?
I love that album a lot.
Because it's you're like that. Hold on. I'm asking Avery. Wait. You're like that, but I'm asking Avery because that's not making my top 5. So unless y'all are dead set on it making your top 5,
I'm saying this
in the top 10.
I'm saying there's albums on here that 2 people don't like Nas King's Disease deserves to get out first because me and Avery don't feel strongly about that. You do.
Well, I don't think it deserves to get. Okay, well, cool, but that's not how we even planned this, Playboy. So I will take my Shea Noir off. I'll take my Shea Noir off, and you can take your King Disease off. And then it looks now we're both unhappy.
Wait, Avery, hold on. Don't usually do it if 2 people.
No, if it's not
hold on, Nnamdi.
If it's not making your top 5, we're delaying the inevitable. You can say the same seats we're going to give in a couple of minutes. You can call it an honorable mention. Okay. Do whatever you want to do. But if it's not going to make your top 5, we're delaying the inevitable.
Okay.
So, wait, so are we taking off Shea Noir and Nas?
Unfortunately.
All right.
Sorry, Che.
Was so good. I feel like it could have made it to the top 10.
I agree, but we can't win every game, can't win every championship. You feel me? Yeah, Nas King Disease too.
Great album.
You know what that album I just listened to too? You know what it reminds me of? Seriously, Nas King Disease.
Well, are you talking about
what? Brunch music or like music listened to on a cookout. Seriously, it's not a bad thing. It's really like he's really being super pro black, like obviously ultra black stuff like that. Not a bad thing.
That sounds good too.
Yeah, it was cool. It was just really cool for me. You know, it was nothing necessarily incredible about it or anything like that. So, okay, now we're getting to the
This is hard.
Okay, I'm gonna take one.
Are you gonna jump back in, or is it just again me and Noah going back and forth?
No, I'll go. I got one.
Go ahead.
All right, Detroit 2. Anybody?
Yep.
Big Sean.
Yep.
I like the album a lot. It made me like Big Sean, which is like not something I would have said a year ago. Was it Friday Night Cypher is a 10-minute song that I keep coming back to.
I can't
which is
play.
weird.
Yeah, it's so good.
I listen to that song a lot.
That's the wait, you said you keep coming back to?
Yeah, I listen to Friday Night Cypher a lot.
Wow. I was at Friday Night Cypher is a single track that I would justify taking.
Really? I don't think there's a bad verse on that song. I think everyone comes to bat on that song.
I could say 2 verses, but I don't want to get people mad at me.
I think it's a little too long and there's too many like skippable tracks I can like get to now. But the songs that are really good are really good. That Anderson .Paak song is amazing.
Yeah, you know what the problem was? It was like it'd be 2 songs or 3 songs you like, and then this song that you skip, and then 3 songs that you like, and then another song you skip, and then 3 songs, and then another song you skip. So yeah.
It's so funny to show that because for me, I listened to that album today, And as I was going through the day, I was like, yo, this album may be good. And the only song that I wanted to skip was the freestyle because it's 10 minutes and I'm not sure it's worth all 10 minutes of the 10 minutes. I know that's and I was able to identify 2 verses that I'm like, these didn't have to make the final cut. I don't want to say them, but there was, you know, and it's like, if this album could have been 50, Cash Doll was one of them.
I thought she had a good verse.
I thought she killed it.
She killed it, I thought.
Sorry.
My opinion.
Okay. Why this is trying to get to the Nnamdi the Villain episode, but
I mean,
good album though.
I'm gonna take this one out.
On here.
I'm gonna take this one out. I think it's actually pretty incredible how we use anime to basically kind of, I don't know what the word is, but he used anime as a way to kind of explain how tough this year has been for him and in general. It's really incredible. But Open Mike Eagle from Chicago, actually, Open Mike Eagle from Chicago, Anime, Trauma, and Divorce. Really great album. I don't know if you guys listened to it. I told you guys listen to it, but if you didn't, it's fine. He's great. I really enjoy him a lot. He's great, man. So now we have a top 10.
All right, where are we at?
We're at Boldy James.
Wow, and my Boldy still survived.
Boldy James, The Alchemist, The Price of Tea in China, Boldy James, Manger, On McKnowles, West Side Gun, Pray for Paris, Run the Jewels, RTJ4, Benny the Butcher, Burden of Proof, Mac Miller Circles, Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist Alfredo, Conway the Machine from King to a God, 21 Savage and Metro Boom and Savage Mode 2, and D Smoke Black Habits. I would say Griselda had the best year out of anybody.
Yeah, they really did.
They did.
And Boldy James on Griselda too.
I'm gonna go ahead. Wow, this is
who's fighting for what? Who feels strong about what
now?
Going forward?
This is tough.
I have my 2.
Hold on. I'm gonna start highlighting who we're fighting for. I'm gonna start highlighting like I'm fighting for this.
Well, this is our last list. So
yeah,
it's our last list.
We didn't do it 4 weeks before.
Oh, whatever. Okay, so
right.
I got a question. Okay.
Okay.
We just now. I think, and Nnamdi, I listened to this too. D Smoke, how do you feel about it? Top 5.
I actually I like Black Habits a lot, and
I like Black Habits a lot.
I like Habits a lot. And actually, I wouldn't. It's hard for me to say what albums I'm fighting for because I do like a lot of these a lot. But I would say the albums that are favorites for me are absolutely Savage Mode 2. I was a really, really big fan of that D Smoke.
Oh, I got one I can take off.
Entire thing multiple times. Now I have one I can take off too, but you aren't gonna like me for taking it. No, go first.
I was gonna say Conway the Machine from King to a God.
I really like that Conway the Machine product though.
Huh?
Why we're just not on the same page today? Me and either of you.
Conway the Machine is great.
I like the product a lot.
Conway the Machine is the great.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, I just listened to that. It's a banger, obviously. But out of my Griselda albums, and like it's near the bottom. Like I didn't listen to as much as these other ones, but that's just me. And I got a question too, guys. This is a question too. Mac Miller Circles. Hold on. I'm not gonna say take it out. Is that a neo soul album? Is it a rap album? Seriously? Is it more neo soul?
It could. It's definitely a rap album. I think an argument could be made for both, but I'm actually gonna propose taking that off the list because I think when I take my nostalgia and sentimental sadness, I feel hearing it out. I'm not sure it's actually performance wise.
I can't do it yet. I think
I
listened to it last night.
Strip away the memory. If you strip, but that's you had emotions. Like if you strip away like the fact that this was Mac Miller's final, as it is, it's about how we be like a lot of people become icons when they pass. Like if you strip away the fact that Mac Miller's no longer here with us, I'm not sure if he released that album was still here. We think it was a top 5 album.
I think I would because I wasn't Mac Miller's.
I disagree.
I disagree too, but I'm not necessarily.
A lot of the songs are about like just what he was going through, and they're so sad.
Yeah, I agree.
So are either of you fighting for Mac Miller Circles? And
I don't mind taking it out. Ooh, that's tough. Okay, I'll take one out.
It's painful for me to say. Well, no, we're at hold on. We're at 9 though. We're at 9. So I don't want to skip that. You know, like if it's not okay. Go on. What?
Okay, I'll take one out since there's one. It's one. Honestly, I was tripping before, but if you guys don't feel strongly about it, and I'm in the minority about it, and if Price of Tea in China has to go out, then Avery, did you listen to it?
I did. I really liked it. I literally mistook it for the other one.
Honestly, this is my favorite rap album of the year, Boldy James, The Alchemist. I get his voice is like can be very monotone and people can get bored by him at points. I get it, but I just thought the story he was telling on the album was really it feels like he puts you in his place. Like you feel like you're in those effed up part of Detroit. I really love this album. If you guys want to take it out, I am cool with that. I am not against that. But
so are we taking out both The Price of Tea in China and Circles? Because those are okay. Those are not the two albums that I would fight for. Those two are not it. As much as I like them a lot.
China, I would fight for, but if
like I think we like all of these albums. These 9, like they're the 9 out of the 50, so we all love them. I think like I love Mac Miller was one of my favorite rappers. Like it definitely hurts to say it, but like if I'm trying to think of my top 5 rap albums this year, I can't. Like the sentimental value of Circles, unfortunately, isn't strong enough for that.
It would be in my top 5, but
my top 5.
Yeah.
It would be in my top 5, but if you guys want to take it out, I'll take it out. Yeah?
Man.
All right, we're doing it.
Are we doing it? Dang. I still don't know how I feel about that. Oh man, this is tough. So wait a second.
But Circles end up being your top 5.
We have to make tough choices here.
So is D Smoke really gonna make the top 5?
I love that album.
I don't feel strongly about it.
You wouldn't, but it was a great album. It's not. I won't die on that hill. I love the album though, but I won't try to fight you guys for it. And as well as Bodie James Banger on McNichols, I like that. I did like that more than The Price of Tea in China, but I also want.
Are we taking out both the Bodie James albums? Then we only have one left. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I think we should.
1, 2, 3.
We'd actually be done. I think
we'd be done.
Out D Smoke and both of the Bodie James, we're done.
Okay.
And I'm not mad at that top 5 actually. But let me ask you, Noah, what do you think of Burden of Proof? I love that Benny the Butcher album. I was a big fan of Burden of Proof. I did like Calling the Machine more, but you made me get rid of that already. So
I mean, Benny the Butcher is damn near the most talented person in Griselda. He's the youngest one too. They're all related too. Really? I don't know if y'all knew that.
Related? Conway
and Westside Gunn are brothers, and Benny the Butcher, I think that's their cousin or nephew or something like that. They're all related.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But to show you how much I like that album, I gave Benny the Butcher a 9. So I mean, that's damn near perfect.
I mean, Benny the Butcher is an incredible artist.
Well, let's talk about each of these albums.
It was a fantastic album.
Yeah, you want to talk about each of them?
Let's talk about these.
I'm down.
Because I feel like we usually, when we get to the top 5, we kind of just like the ones that are given, we kind of just like don't talk. Like we didn't talk about Phoebe Bridgers last week.
Avery's mad about that still.
No, I'm just saying like we didn't talk about it, and I feel like if we do that, we're not going to talk about RTJ or Freddie Gibbs or 21 Savage.
Okay. Did we already talk about Mac Miller a little bit?
We did talk about Mac Miller.
Okay. So I guess we can start at the top. I guess. Or you want to start at the bottom? It don't matter. I'll start at the top.
Are we taking out D Smoke? What are we taking?
I kind of want to talk about D Smoke is really good.
Talk about D Smoke.
Let's start with D Smoke. Let's start with D Smoke. I've listened to that album though. When I was first starting this week, I listened to all the Grammy albums first, the rap albums there, and D Smoke is the one I've been returning to nonstop. It is just a really, really great cohesive album. It's an hour, but I would argue that it's probably the best hour album on the list total, like of all the 50. There's not a skip for me. He has a song with Ari Lennox that is fantastic. Real Body, another song with Sir. Lights On, that's really, I don't know how I didn't link that they're related. That's really great. It's just a genuinely good rap album. And he also has like little transitionatory elements, like a little bit of narration here or stuff like that. Like it's a really good album. I was a big fan. And I can talk about Savage Mode too, because y'all know I ride. The Jill Scott actually has done a couple of features, because since we've been doing this, I've seen her name way more than I thought I would have. But shout out to Jill Smog.
Yeah. I looked him up while he was speaking Spanish. He was a Spanish teacher.
Yes, and he spoke Spanish on some of the songs, which was such a cool flex to me. Like I had to check to be like, oh wait.
You raised your arms, look like you're in a void of darkness.
All right.
Put your arms up.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. Should I go?
I also want Savage Mode too. I'm just saying, y'all know I love Savage Mode too. Look, I get that there's maybe 2 schools of rap. There's one rap that's your lyrical, whatever, and that's why our top 5 is probably going to be half of that sort of rap. And there's also like rap that's, a little bit more trap rap, a little bit more violent, a little bit more, women explicit. All these rap,
like, honestly, all these albums are pretty violent.
They're very violent.
Barely, but like y'all know what I mean. So like 21 Savage is the other side of rap that I feel isn't represented on this list, and I think it's the best like trap album, I guess you would call it, that came out this year.
I agree.
I love every single song. Morgan Freeman narration is flawless.
Mm-hmm.
This is the tables turning from our pop one, where I felt very strongly about Charlie XCX, and I don't think you guys got it that much. For this album, I don't get it. 21 Savage, I respect it. I know I can I know why Nnamdi likes it. I just can't get into it personally.
Yeah.
But like I can I guess recognize the strengths of it enough to where I'll be like, it's fine. I'm fine with it being on our top 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of, they're so crazy because I'm not the biggest trap guy either. But I definitely kind of do think it should be on the list too because of how well it's put together too. Because you honestly don't find trap albums that are put together this well, honestly, like in terms of.
I really don't think you do. I've never heard a trap album that was put together this well.
Which I think,
and now I feel like that I've heard 21 Savage. It kind of raised the bar, I feel, for everyone else. Like, it's no longer we can just rely on production and say, well, this is a party album. You can have it be that sort of album, but still include the narration elements or whatever you need to make it an actual good cohesive album.
I agree.
And 21 Savage
as an album, it's really good as an album, so I think it's deserving. Well, this one's just no question, honestly. Freddie
no
Gibbs,
question.
Alfredo. You know what's so crazy?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to
really
say,
argue it.
this like Freddie Gibbs like B album. Like, he don't even try it. He just made one of the best albums of the year.
There's something about this one though. I don't like it.
So
like
smooth with it. Like,
it's more like conceptual than a lot of his other albums.
What's the song? Hold on, I'm about to get it. Hold on. I am about to pull it up right now because this song is really one of my favorites. Babies and Fools, Conway the Machine.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible. Yeah, man. Alchemist and
It's so mellow.
We gotta shout out the producers
hard.
too. We gotta shout out Alchemist, who is one of the best producers, and Hit Boy, who did Big Sean.
Oh, absolutely, Hit Boy.
He did Benny the Butcher. He did Nas. Did I say Big Sean? I said Big Sean already. Who else did he do? He did a lot of people. And Alchemist obviously did Boldy James, Freddie Gibbs. He had production on a lot of these albums. So yeah. Anything else on Alfredo?
It sounds like you're listening
It's a
to
great
a
album.
gangster movie, like a mafia movie. It's incredible.
How long is it? It's like just under 40 minutes, right?
It's perfect.
10
It's
songs.
like perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it uses it's a good short album. My rant about short albums I was gonna say before is that I think sometimes short albums, like, we always critique long albums as far as like, oh, you could knock down a couple of these songs and like it'd be great. But long albums, you can explore more and do more with it and show your versatility in ways you just can't with short albums. You know, it's like it's almost like an easier bar to reach with short albums. If that makes sense. But like you said,
I always feel like there's a middle ground. I just feel like there's a middle ground, perfect middle ground to me.
Yeah.
Perfect middle ground.
True, very true.
Benny the Butcher.
And then Benny the Butcher. Oh, you know, and it is. Like, I know, like, this was a great album. Benny the Butcher is probably. I texted Know this, and I was like, I think he's like probably the best rapper in the game right now.
He might.
Which I'll concede to. He just may be like, he really is sort of insane. I would say on this album, yeah, the Rick Ross feature. Mm-hmm. Where Would I Go? Mm-hmm. Probably one of my favorite Rick Ross features this year. And it's a
Freddie
great
Gibbs
song. One Way Flight with Freddie Gibbs.
And he kills it again. Freddie Gibbs.
One Way Flight.
Freddie Gibbs is rapper of the year.
We're a Freddie Gibbs stan podcast.
Stan podcast.
Might as well be.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Timeless. That was a great song.
Sean
too.
did his thing too.
Big Sean, Lil Wayne. Yeah.
Big Sean slid on that too. So Lil Wayne did his thing too.
That's why I'm not okay. Like, walking back, I'm not mad if Burden of Proof makes our top 5 because I do think Benny like, if I think about the rapper who was the best rapper this year,
he's up there.
He's like up there, and he may be it.
Yeah. Run the Jewels, RTJ4.
Do we even have to?
What more can we say?
We've been gassing this album up for damn near half a year, so.
And it's
perfect. And it's only gotten better, in my opinion.
It's not a perfect album, in my opinion, too.
Yeah.
Did you say perfect, Avery? Not perfect.
It's damn near perfect.
Close.
There's substance and melody. You don't get that often.
It's crazy.
Beautiful.
One of my favorite endings to an album all year.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Nnamdi doesn't feel this way, but I think West Side Gun for Paris is a dang masterpiece.
I think this is deserving of a top 5.
I think it's deserving because I think he just sets the mood with the first track, and it's like they're selling an expensive painting, and that's what the whole album feels like. They're like, he's a drug dealer in like a mansion sipping wine with LeBron or something like that, or Jay-Z.
It's very Scarface-esque,
which I think is just perfect.
I mean, I think it's a great album. I don't know if it'd be in my top 5, but I won't argue for you if you guys put it in top 5. It's a great. It's a great album. I was just saying, like, there was other great albums that I would have in my personal top rap 5. Yeah. But I mean, I won't argue if y'all decide West Side Gun for it is probably one of the better rap albums this year. So,
all our personal top 5s will be different.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Boldy James?
Very different.
Main Draw and McKnowles.
Yeah, I listened to because of Noah, I listened to Price in China multiple times this week, and then I remembered that Boldy James had like hella projects this year. 4. So I started listening to Real Bad Boldy, and then I listened to this Main Draw and McNichols, and I was like, Noah, how many projects did he release? And it was 4, and I liked these two. Well, Real Bad Boldy's gone now, but Main Draw and McNichols, I was a big fan of that album as a whole, and I listened to the whole thing multiple times. I like to Price of Tea in China. I just think if I had to pick one that sort of stood out to
that's fair.
anymore, it was this one. And who was this guy? Sterling Toll.
Sterling Tolls. He's actually like
the opening Medusa on this album. It has like a beautiful composition, and I'm wondering if that's all him, like a strings type of thing going on, and it's great. Anyway, for me, it was my personal favorite of I think all the Boldy James releases. I do think Boldy James should be somewhere. Looking at the top 5, I don't know.
I think it's okay.
Ideally, he would be.
Me too.
But yeah, I
honestly, Nnamdi, I just really love. This is the thing too about Boldy James. In terms of production, I could see why you like it because Main Jumping Nose is more varied in terms of production. Like sound, like,
exactly. That's a really good way. Yeah.
The Price and Tea in China, I could see like somebody like it's definitely like it can kind of it's all the same, which is the part I like about it. I think it's really cohesive. I think it sounds right. I think what he's rapping about is really great. The track with Vince Staples I think is awesome, but and the ending too. It's one of my personal top 5s, but I don't mind it making. I can definitely see somebody like and I've seen, and honestly, I just feel strong about the Price Tea in China. But on most lists, this is the album I see Main Drum McNose too, and Price Tea in China will be like lower. You know, I'll see both, but yeah. So. Are we taking out 2 Boldy James and D Smoke? Is that what we're gonna do?
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that too.
D Smoke was so good. No, it's fine. Yeah, we can do that. D Smoke was good. I'm on be.
Yo, I walked out on Price Tea in China. I was ready to die, but I'm just.
I feel bad that I gave you that like trauma for that.
It's fine. That's like if I took out.
I feel like I hurt you personally by saying that.
It didn't hurt me. I was just being dramatic. I wasn't actually that bad. I was just like going to be dramatic. Wow, I think we have a solid top 5, honestly. This is not
what I expected it to look like.
What you guys?
I didn't either, but I'm not mad at it now that I'm looking at it. I thought Conway was an Avery, and that's what I want.
Make it.
I feel bad that there are no women on our list, but
I feel bad too.
Yeah.
It's just dang. Dang. I don't want to say anything. I'm not even saying nothing. Like I'm saying.
Before we do our top 5, but now we get to all have our individual freedom shown on this list. What are your honorable mentions?
Oh, mine.
Ooh, I know what mine's about to be.
Price Tea in China, for me.
Ooh, actually, Avery may say mine. Avery, what's your honorable mention?
Avery has 2. I feel like.
Wait, hold on. Mine's probably Mac Miller, honestly.
Good.
Oh, okay, then we're cool.
After listening to that again last night,
bro, Blue World.
Oh. There's not a bad song on that album. First of all,
bad song.
Does anybody want to type out our honorable mentions? I'm struggling with my.
I got it. I'm
sitting on a little single chair over here.
I got it.
Holding everything together.
Just let me get this together.
Go ahead. So,
and I feel like in the end, this still won't even be our longest episode because this actually went faster than I thought it would be.
Okay, so the official 97 demo top 5 best, I should say.
Yeah.
Hip hop / rap albums of 2020 are West Side Gun, Pray for Paris, Run the Jewels, RTJ4, Benny the Butcher, Burden of Proof, Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist, Alfredo, 21 Savage, and Metro Boomin, Savage Mode 2.
Wow, this is actually a fantastic top 5. This is as you read it, I felt the impact of that. This is a really good top 5. I'm not mad anymore.
And for honorable mentions, our 3 honorable mentions are Boldy James, The Price of Tea in China, Detroit 2 by Big Sean.
Wait a second, now was that you? Was Detroit 2 you?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead. I think Detroit 2 deserves attention.
And that album too is like the most like re-listenable kind of. You know, like it's not the best, but it's like go back. It's just so good.
And Circles by Mac Miller.
I'm typing with one hand, guys. Sorry.
Okay, there we go. And then comparing to the Grammys, I feel like we actually I still like ours better. The Grammys had Black Habits, D Smoke, Alfredo, Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist, A Written Testimony, J Electronica, King's Disease, Nas, and the Yellow Gray, Royce 5.
That's a solid 5 too.
That's a solid 5 too, but I think our 5 is a very competitive 5. Like I can see our 5.
This was all very, and honestly, about 35 of these albums are legit great. Like seriously, like 30 of these albums.
Yeah, this was a good year for rap. I feel this was a good rap year.
And Griselda.
There may not have been a ton of like huge mainstream releases, but for the albums we got, I think a lot of them were pretty good.
We might need to do like a Griselda recap episode next few weeks.
Killed it this year.
I wouldn't be mad at that. That's not a horrible idea. Add that to the list. It's not a bad idea at all.
Okay.
They killed it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, if we're gonna be a fan club, let's be a fan club.
I got a question though, guys, because rap is the one that people get crazy about. What are the ones that we're gonna get the most hate for not making it? I got
Lil Uzi.
Lil Uzi and Lil Baby.
I don't think Lil Uzi. Wait, I don't think Lil Uzi in real life is gonna get backlash. I have yet to see anyone face to face who I know listens to rap, defend that Lil Uzi album. But Lil Baby, that may get some hate.
Pop Smoke, people love that album.
Pop Smoke too.
True, people do love for the Pop Smoke.
Maybe
album.
Mac Miller, because maybe.
Oh no, I could see Mac Miller. I could see Mac Miller getting some people
I love
upset.
Mac too. I love Mac too.
Oh, Amine, people love the Amine album.
Oh yeah, people think that Amine album is incredible.
Yeah,
it's really solid. It's okay, but the deluxe definitely helps.
And I know y'all be laughing at this, but Wanna by Gunna, people love that album too. My little brother, that's in his top 5.
Right.
Just saying. Hey.
Good point.
All right, solid top 5 guys.
But I really don't think anyone will. Nobody's gonna come at our credibility with this top 5.
This is a good top 5, guys.
This is a good.
We have a lot represented here, I think.
I think we do. We got
three like lyrical albums.
Well, they're all.
Like, what do you mean? What representation?
No, they're all lyrical. No, 21 Savage is lyrical. He's just.
I mean, like classically, like traditionally.
We have one like, no, he knows what you mean. Yeah, RTJ and 21 Savage, I think, are maybe the
different. What's different?
The different ones.
Yeah.
Then and RTJ just for production,
well,
not even.
There's the thing too. I think the fact that we have Freddie Gibbs, Benny the Butcher, and West Side Guy, I think that's good because that represents what rap has been like. Like those have really been on the come up in terms of the popularity of those type music. Like if you listen to rap and you know what was going on, those have been which is interesting why the Grammys didn't have like a Freddie Gibbs. Oh, it did have Freddie Gibbs. Crap. Never mind. Take it back.
They didn't have anyone. Wait, they didn't have anyone from Griselda, and I think
Griselda, like one person. They could have picked one person.
Big enough, big yet.
I'm surprised they didn't put Benny the Butcher, like just because. But
yeah,
who do you think is gonna win it?
But okay. Ooh,
Alfredo.
Or Nas.
I think Nas is gonna win it.
They may give it to Nas.
I think they're gonna give it to Nas out of respect.
Because it's Nas. He has a Grammy though, right? He has Grammys.
No, bro,
right?
he don't. I don't think he does.
Not?
I think he's one of those like Tupac using that J. Cole realm.
Then if he doesn't, then I can
J. Cole's not even the J. Cole realm anymore.
What? See, you just take a shot. See, that was uncalled for. See.
Well, no, he's saying because he has Grammys now.
Because he won his Grammys.
Oh, you're right.
I'm not taking shots.
Oh, I was about to say, yo, you need to chill on J. Cole.
That's for off mic.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. We want to be going through with these people.
We want to get to our projects of the week. Our pals.
And I actually put one in this week on time.
Before I did.
Ooh, Burna Boy.
Kudos.
Burna Boy. I'll go first.
Don't spoil. Well, no, you don't spoil mine. Then be like, I'll go first. No,
you don't know who said Burna Boy. It was. I could be talking about Avery.
Could have been me.
Could have been Avery.
Okay.
Why assume you?
I chose the Burna. My project of the week this week. I chose African Giant by Burna Boy. This pretty. Whenever I'm with family, I listen to a ton of Naija music, and this was no different. This is probably one of my favorite Runaway albums in general. The actual song African Giant's a great starting point. If you want to give that a listen, shout out Burna, shout out Naija, Green White Greens to the death of me. Let's go.
I got a question. Is the genre called Naija? Is that what you call it? Is it Naija? Is that
no? It's probably Afrobeat. It's probably like Afrobeat. That's what I call it.
Cool. Mine is Navy Blue Ada Irene. I don't even know how to say this, guys.
That's my sister's name. Fun fact.
What's your sister's name?
Ada. I don't know if it's pronounced because she doesn't have the accents everywhere.
Right.
But...
Navy Blue, also known as Sage Islesser. I don't know how to say his name. If you like, this is just lo-fi at its best. That's just my thing, guys. I don't get why I like it. I'd be like, I don't get why people like it. Like, I get why people hate this music. I would get it, but I love it. So, Navy Blue, Ada Irene.
But I love it.
But I love that thing. Yeah. So, Navy Blue, Ada Irene.
Mine is When I Get Home by Solange. I love Solange. I don't know if I'm ready to say this publicly.
Are you a Solange stan?
Hey,
I love Solange. Look, personally, I prefer her over the other Nell's sister.
Whoa! Hey, that was Avery.
See,
that was that was just Avery.
I'm not. I love Beyonce. Beyonce is great. I said I prefer personally to listen to Solange's music over Beyonce's.
I think that makes you a stan because you obviously love the person. You love the music. That makes you a stan to me.
No, I don't know them personally. I'm just saying.
Not personally. I'm saying like as a fan though. You like
why
as a
does
fan,
the word stan have so much negative weight these days? It's okay to stan someone.
But I think it's fine to stan Solange. I don't think she has anything bad that she's put out.
Of course, I didn't say it was bad.
I mean, she handled Jay-Z. She got Jay-Z together.
As an individual, I prefer to listen to Solange's music over Beyonce's. And When I Get Home is amazing. It's really an amazing album.
The Hive has already started attacking us on Twitter.
Yeah, that's why I want to say it.
Okay, guys, is that it? Good job.
Okay,
I'm proud of ourselves.
that was I know. I'm proud of our top 5 too. I feel like that was a good week. That does it for this episode of 97 Demo, our rap hip hop top 5 wrap up. We'll make a playlist based off this episode. It'll be out probably. I got it wrong last week, so I'll say this week, probably Wednesday, because probably Wednesday. Be on the lookout for that. And as always, like, share, subscribe our stuff, tell your friends. We appreciate you guys rocking with us throughout this year. Yeah, and I guess we'll see you the next time we record. It'll be 2021, I think. So this is our last pod of the year, you guys.
Next week is our top 5 personal. Next 5 is our top 5 personal.
So that'll be on January 2nd or 3rd when we record.
January. So I mean, do you guys wait before we go? I mean, this is unplanned, but do you guys want to share any sentimental? Like, it's the last pod of the year, you guys. Look how far we've come.
26 episodes. You want me to say something? I'll say something. I'm glad we did this, guys. Took this journey. I'm glad this is episode 28. Can y'all believe that? 28
That's
episodes.
crazy.
2020 we coming different. Just say that. We coming different next year. I'm not joking. Like, people will be like, oh, we coming different for real. But,
some interviews arranged, perhaps.
Oh, you chill. See, don't give honesty.
Hey, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying perhaps. Just perhaps. Some things in the works.
Well, I'm really glad we did this. I know we talked about it a lot. And obviously we were like close friends before this, but I feel like it's made us closer. So that's pretty cool. And especially as we all live 3 different cities, it's kind of cool to be able to connect in this way. So it's exciting.
Even though we hate each other, kind of too.
Even though we all secretly hate
I'm
each
like,
other,
that's the part we don't want to say. The fights are getting out of control.
This chemistry is not real.
I mean, we'll lie on camera.
We're really great. We're really great actors.
We're actually on the verge of a breakup as we say this right now.
This is actually
we're pretty much like the Beatles.
This is actually the last episode, period.
Ever.
Yeah.
All right, we've extended this for too long. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching and or listening.